Hey everybody, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I'm going to show you guys how to export as a JPEG in Inkscape. So if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. And if you haven't already, go on over to the Facebook group where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. I've created a lot of videos and I talk about Inkscape a lot. And Inkscape finally listened to its people. And for those of you who don't know, Inkscape is a free-to-use program, okay? And it is open source software. They finally have created the ability to save as a JPEG in Inkscape, which is amazing because it's very frustrating for me. I was saving all of my JPEGs in Silhouette Studio after I create the SVGs, and then having to go through and save the PNGs and the DXFs in Inkscape, but I had to do the JPEGs in Silhouette Studio. And it was frustrating because they don't always come out of the highest caliber. So one of my awesome viewers was like, Tanya, you can totally save as a JPEG in Inkscape. And so I decided to go check it out. And my version did not support it. And what I realized was I hadn't updated my Inkscape in quite some time. So somewhere between the month of April and now, Inkscape has rolled this change out, okay? And so for you to check it, you're going to want to go over to Inkscape and go do the following, okay? So here on the computer screen, you're going to want to click on Help, and you're going to want to click on About Inkscape, and you can see here that it is the 1.1 version. So you want to make sure that you have this version, and you can see that Inkscape has changed a lot of its icons, and it's made things look a little bit cleaner, and it's added some more functionality as well. So that is a good thing. Inkscape is growing and evolving to help make graphic design easy and affordable for everybody, and this is why I highly recommend the program. I will be working on an Inkscape course to take you through the basics from beginning to end, and hopefully that will help everybody start creating SVGs on their own. Okay, so back to the meat of this. To save as a JPEG, I have this SVG opened up that I have created, and to perform a save as JPEG, you're going to do the same thing that you normally would and hit Control, Shift, Echo, okay? That is going to open up the Export PNG image. Now, as some of you may be thinking, Tanya, we don't want a PNG, we want a JPEG. Well, I know. What they failed to do when they updated this is they didn't update this little bar right here. So it still says PNG. Regardless, you're going to click on Page, you're going to make sure your DPI is set that the way you want it to, and you're going to click on Export As. This is very important, okay? Because the Advanced tab really isn't going to help you here. Click on Export As. Now, before, you would only be able to see PNG when you go to name your file. When you click on this, you can now see JPEG, TIFF, and web page, okay? Go ahead and click on JPEG. For the purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and save it to my desktop, and click on Save, Export in Progress. They're going to give you a warning about low quality and how you should definitely save as something else because this is a vector. And now you're going to save as a JPEG. Just go ahead and click on OK. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to the desktop, and we're going to go ahead and open this sucker up. And it's a black background. That doesn't help me. We're going to pause it. Okay, so we have our file here. Now, one thing that is a super pain in the butt, and I will note this on Inkscape's website, okay? And they'll show me this. Let's see if I have it up. Okay, this is super important. I have it up on my other screen. So they've been reluctant to help users make JPEG files. And the reason why is because the native output has always been PNG, okay? You can always convert a PNG to a JPEG, but the issue here is that a lot of the times when we're taking SVGs and converting them, it creates issues and you will open it up and get a black background. And I will show you because that's exactly what I did when I first did this. If you double click on the image, it is a black background where it should in fact be white. And to get around this, which also adds a layer of pain in the buttness, you have to make sure that there's a background on your image, okay? So what I do is I just create a white square that is behind the image itself. Now I go ahead and click on page here, and when I go to click on export as, you go ahead and click on JPEG, and you go ahead and click on save. And I'm just going to put white square on this one so we can differentiate the two. And then you're going to click on save. And Inkscape is going to give you the warning, hey, it's not going to be very good quality. Make sure you save your quality higher, and go ahead and click on OK. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to double click on the image, and you can see that the JPEG has the white background. If you fail to put some sort of colored background behind the image before you export it, you are going to get the black background. So that is the workaround, okay? So it does add an extra layer, but you can very quickly create a square that meets the requirements of the page, put it behind the image, and boom, you're good to go, okay? If you don't want to have to go through that, then you can always just go batch export on a different program after saving as a PNG and move on from there. The most important thing is you want to have the right quality there, okay? Inkscape does export to JPEG. You have to take one extra step if you're doing that, or you're going to get a black background just like I did. So we worked through the kinks together. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments box below. And if you haven't already, go on over to the Facebook group where we are creating a community of like-minded individuals looking to grow their semi-passive income with digital downloads. As always, if you got something out of this video, please go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos, so that way you can grow your business and change your life. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will catch y'all on the next video. Have a great one.